Essentially what I'm going to do is I'm going to create these shapes. So how do I do them? So the first one I'm going to show you is this one here. So I'm going to show you this kind of whirly twirly effect that you can create in Illustrator. Um, your narrative might be something to do with lines. It might be something to do with journey. It might be something to do with crossing of cultures. It could be something to do with heritage in terms of an object or a place or a environment or a tradition, for example. So it could be something to do with those kind of notions, like the flags that we discussed yesterday. Like the Black Country flag and what it represents and how it's interpreted in different environments. So those sort of things you can think about, and like you can use maybe line forms to showcase that. So how do I create this? If I delete this, how do I create this? So I'm just going to zoom into this document, and I'm going to make a circle. So I'll do this step by step so you can see I'm doing it. So if I create a circle, you don't need to use a circle. You can use an object. You can use text. We can create outlines of the text by going to type, object, create outlines. We can fill it with a fill line. You don't necessarily need to use a shape. You can use other things. You can actually create a shape from your pen tool. If you create the Julian OP, maybe you can take the outline of that and do the same thing. You can take eyes. You can do whatever you want, and you'll come up with this really wacky looking object. So I'm just gonna, for this demo, I'm just gonna create a circle. So there's my circle, and I've knocked out the fill color, which is X, and I've just added a stroke. So if I increase the stroke, you can see, hopefully, let's have a look. So you can see okay, I can't see it, so I'm just going to zoom out. Just going to move this across, so it probably would see it there. There it is. So there's my stroke, and I can increase the stroke of it like this. And what I've done is I've added a gradient to it. So I've added a gradient to it. You can see there's a gradient within the stroke. How do I do that? So the reason why I've added a stroke is I think it just looks a bit better. So there's my gradient, and when I click on the gradient tab here, or here, that one there. Okay, so I can add a gradient fill to it, and then once I've added it, I can go to my gradient tab here, and I can just double click on one of these tabs, and this palette will open up, and I can select it by these little anchor points, change the color to whatever I want it to be, or I can just double click it and just do it like as a color picker like this. So just double click that one, pick a color, click on that one, pick a color, and I can move these anchors around. I can also delete them. I can put another one back in, double click it, put another color in, click back in this gray area, and that box will appear. I can have it linear or radial. Okay, I can change the angle of where this thing is coming from. So I put it 35, and I could also invert it if I wanted to, so it's the opposite way around. I can click on this and change it to a different spectrum. I can have if I click on one of these, it'll give me something else. Okay, so there's quite a few things in here that you can try out. You don't necessarily need to do what I'm doing. So there's my gradient on this shape. It's there, but it's just not. I think it's at the back. So what I'm going to do now. So there's my shape. If you can see that. I'm going to select my shape. I'm going to go to FX. I'm going to go to Transform, and I'm going to go to something called. I'm going to click on that one there. So last week we played with pucker and bow. This week we're looking at Transform. So if I select that, this panel will pop up, and within this panel I can do specific things. So what I can do is I can change the horizontal, vertical percentage of how this thing's going to go. So if I put 90, I put in 90, I put in maybe 20, 35 degrees, and I put in 40 copies or 35 copies, click on preview, it will give me a spirally type effect. I can change the angle of it, like this. I can move these things around, and it will change in terms of how it looks. So what I'm doing there is creating like an object from that. So if I move these around, what I get is different shapes within that circle. So you can create some real nice stuff with that, to be honest. So that's how I've created that. I don't know why that's not showing up. So if I go to my window, layers, let's just see where it is. So if I bring that to the front, oh, because it's behind, that's why. So if I just grab that and drop it to the front, that's it. Now I can see it. So that's how I've created that one. So what I would like you to do is have a go at that one. I'll give you about 10 minutes, and then I'll show you this one here. I think that one you should know because it shows how to do spiral and have them all in the right percentage. This should take you no longer than 10 minutes, I would have thought.